My husband, Brad, used to ask everyone he met, "What's your story?" It was the very first thing he asked me when we were just strangers in college. Stories mattered to him. He wanted to know what lit you up, or what you found funny, or what you couldn't stop thinking about. So when Brad died at 35 years old, with a whole lifetime left to live, the idea of losing those stories was devastating. When people showed up for support after his death, it wasn't food or flowers that I wanted, it was stories. I wanted reminders not just of his death, but of his life. In that small window between his passing and his memorial service, people shared a lot of stories. Childhood friends, college buddies, coworkers, they all gathered to share memories of Brad. But my grief was so heavy that I didn't have the ability to hear them, let alone capture them. And our nieces and nephews, who were still too young to really know Brad, they wouldn't have any memories of him at all. This is why I created the Book of Stories. This custom keepsake book is filled with individual stories from friends and family to commemorate a loved one. We make the process super simple. All you have to do is share a link and ask people to share a memory. We do the rest, turning those memories into a book that will last for generations to come. Over 8,000 people die a day in the US alone. People lose their partners, their parents, their friends. So many loved ones' stories lost. I had a lot of fears after Brad died. Will I survive this life alone? How will I pay for my house? Will I ever laugh again? But the biggest one that kept coming up was, what if I forget him? And I know I'm not alone. Studies show that one of the biggest fears of those who have lost a loved one is forgetting them. And of course, we won't forget the love or how they made us feel, but the anecdotes, those tiny inside jokes, the details that make up a person's life, those do start to fade. Book of Stories allows family and friends to keep those memories alive. I have been bootstrapping Book of Stories since 2020, when I made the first one for those of us who knew and loved Brad. Since then, I've created hundreds of books and captured thousands of stories for families all over the world. The problem is, I know very little about technology. This isn't just publishing a book, it's providing a service that makes remembering just a little bit easier. The tasks associated with losing a loved one are overwhelming. Our goal is to make capturing their stories as simple as possible. In its current form, most of the back-end work is manually done, and it involves a lot of copying and pasting. It's time-consuming, and frankly, it's not really scalable. But we are ready for that next phase, and I have a developer who is able to create the systems necessary to build out the Book of Stories. I have spent years learning not just what the business needs to scale, but what customers need for this process to feel supportive instead of stressful. This new platform will help countless other people hold on to the stories that they might otherwise lose. This is where I need your help. Throughout life, we rely on our village to support us, and you all are my village. And so I'm asking for your support. Any money that you generously donate will go towards funding the development of this new platform. If we go beyond our goal, the extra money will go towards hiring a small team to help with marketing and fulfillment. Right now, I wrap and package every single book from my dining room table. My dream is to grow so that I have a space and a team to help with that. It's a big dream, I know, but it also has a big impact on the lives of every single person who has ever loved and lost someone in their life, or who will in the future. And spoiler, that's everyone. I truly can't do it without this community, and every little bit helps to support another griever to keep the memory of a loved one alive, so that the next time somebody asks them what was their story, they will have an entire book of stories to share.